Hi, welcome to Yarning at the Homestead. My name is Tammy. I am known as TammyG on Ravelry, and I am Gracie's Goodies on Instagram and here on the YouTubers. So hi, welcome back if you are a returning viewer. Welcome to any new viewers. I know I have a few new subscribers from Get Your Yarn Wishes granted. I would love to reach 100 subscribers because I keep hovering in the 70-ish range. I keep losing some and then gaining some and then losing some, and it would help if I don't know. I don't know if I even look at the likes or dislikes, but comments, and I don't get many comments. Angela usually comments, and Karen, hi Karen, usually comments, but that's about it. So I would love to get some more comments just to say, hey, yeah, I like that, didn't like that. Yeah. So anyway, welcome. It is November 14th. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is super dark already. So I have thrown on all the lights that are on in this room. I don't own a ring light. I don't really have a spot for a ring light. But I think as we're going into the winter, I may need to get like a tabletop one. And I can put it right behind and then just pack it away in my closet when I'm not using it. But yeah, so I have three. I have the overhead light on. I have a light on over here, a lamp on over here, and a lamp way back there. You can see it's like right in that corner. That's a llama lamp back there. Yeah, I got it at Target like 3 years ago. So, and I've decorated over here for the fall-ish, Thanksgiving-ish type holidays. We don't do a big thing for Thanksgiving. It's usually just my spouse and I. We used to, when we first got married, we used to come out to her parents for Thanksgiving. And it was her parents and her sister usually, and sometimes an aunt and uncle. But that kind of petered out. And so then we just started doing it on our own because she actually ran and then eventually owned an independent record store. And so she was at work all the time. Yes, always at work. So, and then we don't tend to do turkey either. We do chicken. So I actually left, and you can't see it. It's over here. I actually brought into the forefront my chicken yarn bowl. So there's not much in here. There's like a skein of this. I don't have a project started. And then I had ordered something from Miss Babs. So I have a little. They sent a little swatch me. It's Killington DK weight, Polworth wool, and Tusa silk. Is that how that's pronounced? Tusa silk. And it's in the colorway Fig, which is, of course, an awesome Christmassy colorway. And then a little thank you bookmark with a stitch worker. So, so I pulled this one out, my little chicken, and I have a new candle that I actually just bought today. We just got home. So we've had like a saga, and I'll get into that afterwards. But anyway, this is going to be just really a sweater episode, because I really wanted to get in control of what I had for sweater whips, what I have for sweater quantities, what I have in the pike. So yesterday I sat down with it all and I did it. But I am going to mention I do have a couple of finishes. My first finish is the 21 color slouch by Blue Sky, I think it is. I will put it in the down bar. And I started making this, I think maybe at the beginning of this year. It might have been one of my 12 cast-ons. Yeah. Anybody got a big head? Because it don't fit me. It's way too big for me. Look at that. I could kind of wear it as a beret, I guess. And I even shortened the length, shortened it more than it was supposed to be. I don't know. Some of my hats, for some reason, my hats always turn out huge on me. And I didn't even block this one. And usually sometimes they'll fit me and then I block them and then they're huge on me. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's huge. I don't know if I can maybe take a little tacks and just tighten it up a little bit. What do you guys do to make hats? I mean, I guess I could do that and put a button there. What do you think? Do that and like stick a button there so it tightens here, and then I can't really do much for there, but it actually tightens it around my head. So I had that off the needles. I have been trying to clear the needles. I also have off, which I'm going to put in pictures because one is blocking right now. One is already kind of been gifted. So my best friend, not my best yarny friend, but my best friend in life, had her first grandchild. So she's over the moon in love with her first grandchild. And I made him, his name is Leif. And they are her husband. My best friend is 100% Irish. Both of her parents are descended. They came over, their parents came over. And then her husband is Scandinavian. He's a mixture, Norwegian, Swedish, and all that. And so her oldest son is the one that just had the baby, and he's very into his Viking heritage, his Swedish, his Scandinavian heritage. So his name is Leif. And I made them, they're fans of the Minnesota Vikings. So I made the baby a Minnesota Vikings sweater. So the Teddy sweater that I was making before, that you saw before, that one is done. I finished that. I'm actually going to be gifting that on Wednesday to one of my former students, and I will put in a picture. It's not a great picture. They're just not great pictures, but I will put in a picture. Maybe here, maybe at the end. We'll see how I edit this. So the baby has, Leif has, it's a purple sweater with the gold accents. So it's a gold pocket, and then there's gold stripes on the sleeves. She loved it. I showed it to my friend. She wants to wait till she doesn't want to take it and give it to them. She wants to wait till I can come over and see the baby, and then give them the gift. And I also made him a little pumpkin hat because babies should have pumpkin hats. And I also had made, for the baby shower, I had made him a little fox hat, which I don't seem to have a picture of. So I made him a little fox hat, and then I asked them, Ethan and Kat, the parents, if they wanted any other hats. And she asked me, actually, or maybe like a diaper cover. And so Kat had said, yeah, she would really like a fox diaper cover. They're going to do a surprise photo, infant baby photo session to surprise my friend, and thank her for everything that she's done. So that's really cool. So I have that to give them too, but I haven't shown that to my friend because that's kind of like a secret. So yeah, so those are my finished things. So I finished 3 small things, got them off my needles. I have been working on several other whips, trying to get them off my needles, but I have been obsessed, I must tell you, with becoming a sweater knitter, a better sweater knitter than I am. So do I consider myself a sweater knitter? Yes and no. I have knit, and I just went through it. I have knit 4 sweaters, 4 adult sweaters. I've knit baby sweaters. I've crocheted baby sweaters for years, but 4 adult sweaters for myself. I'm not making them for anybody else. My most recent one, obviously, was Radiate, which you saw in the last episode of the episode before. Before that, I made the Beekeeper cardigan. Before that, I made Slopes, which was by, I'm sorry, I'm reading the name, so I know it's Jesie Ostermiller, and of course, Beekeeper Cardigan was by Marie Greene. It was one of her 3-day knit a sweater in 4 days, knit a sweater in 3-day challenges. And then I've also made Owligan by Kate Davies, and I've made Stopover by Mary J. Mucklestone, and then I've crocheted a sweater called the Saturn Sweater by Linda Perman, and it's so the Beekeeper cardigan is obviously a cardigan. There's no buttons. And I made it pretty much, I didn't make it full sleeves. It's a little longer than half sleeve. The Saturn sweater is also a cardigan. It does have buttons, and it is also shorter sleeves. It has half sleeves. I love it. I love the Saturn sweater so much. It's this bright Kelly green from Mad Color, and then it has some stripes up here. I love it. However, I've also gained weight. And so it doesn't quite close over the ladies right now. So I have to decide what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to try, and I'm going to keep wearing it because I can wear it like in the fallish, springish if I just have like a tank top underneath. But if I'm wearing like a shirt underneath, it's a little too small. So 5 knitted adult sweaters, 1 crocheted adult sweater, which is surprising that I haven't crocheted more adult sweaters. Right now I have 4 sweaters on the needles. So what do I have on the needles? Well, my longest term project, which I know is going to take me forever, is my Boxy, which, yes, I have been working on. I have put some time into it. So it's still only about 5 inches. Just see, it's kind of huge on needles and there's yarn all over the place. So just forgive me a second. Yeah, so this is my Boxy. And this is a long-term project because it's fingering weight and it's just around and around and around. That's where I'm at right now. It's just around and around and around. So I will pull this out. This sits on the side of my bed and I will pull it out and work on it, 1 or 2 nights a week where it's 1 or 2 rows because I think it's like 400 and something stitches. So that is my long-term project. And that yarn is, I don't think I have a ball band in here. It is, I will have to put it down below. Don't have a ball band. Do I have? Oh, I do. The Periwinkle Sheep. It's merino yak yarn. So it is 70-20-10 of merino, yak, and nylon. And the colorway is called Set in Stone. So I'm sorry, my bird is like super noisy right now. So that is my long-term project. I have no intentions of finishing this year. We'll see if it even gets finished next year. Okay, the one that I've been putting the most time in right now is my Ranunculus. Now my Ranunculus is actually at the length where it's supposed to be, because it is what do they call that? A shortened sweater. Sorry, where it's not working right now. Anyway, it is where it is. I love this. I did the short sleeves, which are rolling now, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do so that the sleeves don't roll. Of course, it has not been blocked because it's still here. And I really only wanted this as a layering piece. So I think it's going to be perfect as a layering piece. I actually just bought a turtleneck shirt to wear underneath it that is kind of it's like a khaki color. These yarns are just amazing. I love these yarns. I love this. I really do. And the thing is, I have a friend, Chris, who took the class with me, and I love her version. It's a blue version, and she did long sleeves, and I keep looking and going, maybe I want to do long sleeves. I do have enough yarn. Maybe I do want to do long sleeves. Maybe I do want to do long sleeves. I don't know. I'll get to the bottom because it is where it's supposed to be right now, which is 10 centimeters past the splitting of the sleeves. And if I wanted to go the body length that I want to go, because I don't do cropped. I pretty much like the sweater that I'm wearing right now is from Old Navy. It's just one off the rack, but I really like it. It's like a sweatshirt sweater, and I have it in gray, mustard, and like a aubergine color way, eggplant. And I love it, and I like the length on this. And this is 15 inches from the armhole down, from the bottom of the armhole down. This right now is 4 inches. So it looks like I have another 11 inches to go. But I am putting the most time on this. So I do work on it every single day. It is going to get finished in the next week. It will be finished in the next week. Mark my words. The next time you see me, this will be a finished sweater. Okay, now what else do I have? I have this one, which has seen very little, and this is my Dissent sweater. And this is by Andrea Rangal. Let's see if I can get the big picture. And this is not in color. So this is the Dissent sweater. I have only done this part. That's it. That's all I've done. I've cast on and done the beginning neckband of the yoke. That is it. So this will be my next, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to preface that with something else. That's it. That's how far I've gone. But I'm loving the colorway that I'm going to use for the main body, which is this olive. It's showing up more green or forest green on mine, but it's more of an olive color. Oh, I love this. And this, I don't know if I have. I do put my a lot of my yarn in bags. It's left over from when we lived in our old apartment. We had carpet beetles, and they used to get into my yarn. We do have moths because now we're out in the middle of the frickin' woods. So we do have moths. They haven't been too bad. They haven't been an issue that I've noticed. We also have pantry moths because we have birds. And the pantry moths, every once in a while they'll get in my yarn, but not so much that it's been that I've noticed that it's an issue. Just looking to see if I have a tag in here for that gray yarn. Yes, I do. It is Yarn on the House, right? I think that's what it's called. Yarn on the House, Little Brother, which is, it doesn't say what it's made out of. Oh, yes. It's an 80-10-10 merino cashmere nylon. So, and the colorway is olive. I really, really, really want this sweater. So I can't wait to really get into it. I love this bag. Oh my gosh, I love this bag. I got this bag at a store in New York. I'll put it down below, but it's from 65 South, and I've seen some more of their bags. It was a little on the pricey side, but I really, really love this bag. Okay, so that's done. My last sweater, 1, 2, 3, that is actually cast on, that I'm working on, is that summer top sweater that I've not paid any attention to lately. However, so this is Yellow Brick Rodeo. It is finally done. She's finally finished, and I think she's just did a DK version also. And I do love it, okay? It is loud. But and it's pretty far. I mean, honestly, I'm almost done with this part, the yoke. And then it's just going to be round and around, and there's not much for sleeves because it's short sleeved. So I think I'm going to work on this next after something else. I'll show you what else I'm working on. I think I'm going to work on this next to get this done since it's the closest to being done. Yeah. And then I'll have something for so you can see I'm almost done. I'm almost done with this yoke part, and then it's really just the body. Now I'm a bigger lady, and my body is a bigger body. And so it will take me a little bit longer, but so that's just been hanging out over here on my bureau so I can see it every day. Okay, so those are the ones that I have cast on. Those are my 4 that are in the makings. So once I've finished with the ranunculus, I will be casting on next week. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. I have Saturday, Sunday off. Excuse me, unless I have to spend a day doing school stuff. Unless I have to spend a day doing school stuff. I'm sorry, my spouse just texted me. Just give me a second. Because we have conferences after that. I'm not sure when grades are due. I have to look that up and figure out when grades are due. I'm going to be spending it working on my Christmas sweater. I'm going to cast on my Christmas sweater on Wednesday, and I'm going to work on my Christmas sweater. So I have shown this to you already. So my Christmas sweater is Telja by Jennifer Steingass. I always thought it was glass, but I was just looking at it and it's gas. Yeah, Steingass. And I got the yarn at Rhinebeck. It's going to be the main color, this sparkly red. And then I have some gold, sparkly gold. And I have some silver, which sometimes I look at it, it looks sparkly. Sometimes I look at it, it doesn't look sparkly. Right now it looks sparkly. So, and I have one more color. I think there's one more color. So if you can see in here, she's got a lighter color here, and then this color does these ones, and that color does. I think I might just use that color because I don't have another yarn, unless I can find another DK yarn, because I really like the yarn, and the person who made the yarn, Feeder Brook Farms, is great. She let me bring it home. I had to PayPal her the rest of the money because her machine wasn't working, which I did right away. Then I sent her an email about ordering another skein of yarn, and I haven't heard from her. But I think she had another show the following weekend, so I don't know if she's catching up or not. I'm going to send her another email, or I'll just order that yarn. And I'm going to readjust some of the colorways because I only need that yarn for right then. So I may not even do that. I may just fudge it and use one of the other colors. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. I have the green, which is a really Christmassy green. So I might do that. Sorry, my spouse is texting me again. She made a boo-boo. I almost said something to her when she was leaving. Okay, I apologize. Just gives me an excuse to go buy something else. Okay. I apologize again. All right, so that's my next cast on. That's my definite next cast on. So yesterday I went through all my yarn and all my sweater quantities. This is what I have. So I have two sweater quantities that I don't know. They're not designated for a sweater yet. I have Debbie Bliss Rialto in 15 skeins in like a bright green colorway called Grass, and then 4 skeins in a heathered dark green colorway. So maybe some color work. I don't know. We'll see. And then I have some Lolo Bean. I have 4 skeins of the Coastline. I'm kind of thinking I know what I want to do with that one. I want to do a summer top with that one. And so I was looking at some patterns online at Ravelry yesterday, but I think I'm actually going to go through. I have excuse the language, shit ton amount of magazines over there. So I think I'm going to go through my magazines and see if I can find a t-shirt sweater that I want to use that for. Okay, so then I have Vintersol, which was the first Jennifer Steingass pattern that I wanted to buy. I don't have the pattern printed out, but this is the main color, and I'm using Moon, what's it called? Juniper Moon? Juniper Moon. It's all Juniper Moon. I bought it at String Thing in Brooklyn, New York. So Moonshine. So this is my main color. This is the yolk color. And then this is the trees color. Yeah. And these balls have been wound up 2 years now, maybe. That's the next one. So, and I have enough of that. So that's my Vintersol. And then I have one I bought this a couple of years ago when the first Tits Collective happened. I bought this yarn from Witch Candy. I love Witch Candy. Her yarns are just so saturated. And it's called Witch's Tit. My father used to say that. It's colder outside than a witch's tit. Excuse my language today. I've got 3, and there's 463 yards. So that's enough again for a short sweater for me. Now, there was a top that I did buy during that, and it's called Exposure. However, it's a very deep V neck top, and the waist part is very long, and it's fitted. So it's a fitted waist, and I just don't think I'm going to be comfortable in that. So I think I'm going to have to look for something else. But that is what that one was set aside for, was Exposure. So I'm not sure I'm going to, if you want to look at the top, it's called Exposure. It's by Julie Knits in Paris. I will try to put I will put it in the down bar and maybe put a picture in. But yeah, I don't think I'll be comfortable in that top. So I think that one's gone. That one's gone. Okay, so I brought over some more. I have 4 bags here that are sweater bag. Remember I mentioned that I was going to Rhinebeck and I needed to get a sweater bag because I needed a sweater bag, and then I said, no, that's a lie. I don't really need a sweater bag. I have sweater bags. They're just filled with yarn. So let's take a look at what I have. So in my Supernatural Jesie, just a Lou bag. Carry on my wayward son. Excuse my voice. There'll be peace when you are done. We'll lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. I'm doing Breathing Space. Lola Bean also. So my main color in Breathing Space is going to be un loco coco, un coco loco, un something something something. I had to wait. It was un coco loco. I had to wait because I had bought 2 skeins of this and 2 skeins of Dobby, which she no longer dyes, at Stringthing. Again, I was at Stringthing. And whenever I'm in New York, I go check out Felicia and Stringthing. And this is like a really light speckled, and it's a cream color. And then Dobby is also speckled, but it's more of a brown, like Dobby's skin color, tannish brown color. But I needed, for my size, I needed 1 more skein of one of them. And obviously she wasn't dyeing Dobby anymore. So it took, I think, 2 years before I finally found another skein of Un Coco Loco at a yarn store, and I ordered it. So this is Breathing Space by Vera Velamaki. I love this sweater. I have loved it for a long time. So it's that sweater right there. And I know it's going to be very subtle for me. It's going to be very, very subtle for me. Because, so this is going to be the lighter color. And then I'll be striping with Dobby, the darker color. But that's okay. I'm good. And the stripes are going to be pretty subtle because they're pretty close in range, color range. So that is 1 more. So that is, I've now told you about 3. Okay, so here's 3. And then I have, in this bag, I have Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock in Magician. And this was originally for a, I can't remember what the pattern is. Tegna. Originally for a Tegna. I'm choosing not to do Tegna because I'm choosing not to do Tegna. And also a lot of people have done Tegna. So I am going to actually use this for the Anker Tee. I think it's going to be beautiful in this purplish gray color. It's in that white, and I think it's amazing, the project photos, but I think it's going to be gorgeous in that purplish gray color. So, Anker Tee. Then we have this one. And this one is a summer one. And this is out of a magazine. So I have linen. This is also Moon. This is Juniper Moon Farm in Zooey. It's a cotton linen blend. And I am going to make, I don't know if I have that on here. Do I have that on here? I don't have this one on here. Oh, yes. Called the Waves Tank. And that is actually in a magazine. It's in Knit Scene. I actually have made quite a few things out of Knit Scene. I think I might actually subscribe to this one. I really like this sweater. So I have to look and see if maybe one of the sweaters that, I think that's a cotton. It looks like it might be a cotton. So this one that I'm making is, hold on, it's getting there. It's this. Okay, so it's a tank. Okay, and really the only detail is right there at the bust. We'll see if I'm actually able to do that. So I've had this yarn in this magazine with this pattern in it for a couple of years. Again, couple of years. Okay, next is my robot bag, which I love so much. Is my Rainbow Party Cardi, which is a cardigan. And so the main color is this, which is Leading Man Fiber Arts in Green Gables, Christmas at Green Gables. I think it's Christmas at Green Gables. I think it's Christmas at Green Gables. And then I have a bunch of mini skeins from Backyard Fiber, her O'Keefe, her white flower set. Actually, I have 2 of these sets, I believe. So if I need it again. So this cardi I would actually like to get started on because Christmas at, but it's a thin cardi. It's fingering, and I'm not going to get it finished for this year. So that's in this bag. So that's how many I've done. So I've talked about Vintersol, Exposure, Rainbow Party Cardi, Breathing Space, Waves Tank, Anker Tee. So what are the other ones, which I'm not pulling out? I just have so much. I also have the yarn for the Rocket Tea by Tanis Lavali. I also have yarn for a Love Note by Tin Can Knit. I also have yarn for Birdcatcher by Casapinka. That's a Miss Babs yarn. That's actually called Birdcatcher. They did a collaboration. I also have yarn for Durami by Isabel Kramer. I just realized I had bought some yarn. And I could pull it out. It's behind me, but I'm not going to. I bought some yarn at when I went for the 91 Shop Hop, and it's perfect for Durami, which is in the Pom Pom Quarterly. And then I also have yarn for Ladyfinger Sweater, which I'm actually waiting on some DK to come in. Since I chose not to go to Rhinebeck, I did order some yarn from one of the vendors, and I'm going to use that in my Ladyfingers sweater, which is, I have a ton of DK in this bag right here. Looks like sweater weather. This is going to be the main color, which is Lotus and Lane. And then I'm going to do all kinds of versions of green. So it's just gonna be all different versions of green for the different stripes. So the ones that are coming in is one it's called Moss, and it's actually a tweed yarn. So this is the only speckled yarn I'm using. It's the main color, and the rest are not speckled. They're all like a variegated. So yeah, I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna use this one or not. I don't know yet. So, yeah, those are my plans. Those are my sweater plans. What do you have for sweater plans coming up? Oh, and I'm looking right at this right here. So I also have in my stash, because, I buy yarn like crazy, and this has been with me forever. I have 3 colors of Patton's classic wool and marled. I'm going to make a marled cardigan with this. So, or not a marled cardigan. It's going to be marled because the yarn is marled, but I'm not marling the yarn. I'm going to do a color block. So I'm probably going to start with the lightest, then go to this, and then have the darkest at the bottom. And I have 4 skeins of each, so I have plenty of it to do. And I think I'm going to find that cardigan soonish rather than later. And then the other thing, I forgot, I also have yarn that my friend bought me in Ireland to make an Irish Aran sweater. But it's the same friend that just had the baby, and I'm thinking about using the yarn to make her grandson an Irish sweater, because I think she would die if I did that. But I don't know. And I was talking it over with the spouse last night too. So I don't know. I have some other yarn I can make. She did buy me some other yarn that I could make a tiny little Irish sweater for and supplement it. And then I have these 2 like wheels of yarn that she bought me in Ireland also. And she stuck it up to my face and she said, "This is what Ireland smells like." It's very sheepy. Okay, so that's it for the making plans. So I'm going into life stuff. I'm not going to show any acquisitions right now because I've only gotten a couple of Advent things in, and I'm waiting on a couple more Advent things, so I'll wait for that. I'll wait for those. Life has sucked lemons lately, just lemons. So this Friday the 19th, I go see the spine doctor for my spine. So I can't remember if the last time I mentioned it or not that I've been diagnosed with scoliosis, and it has been causing some physical issues. My left side had been going numb for just no apparent reason, just going numb. And so I had gone to my doctor, and he had sent me for a couple of MRIs. They didn't do a lumbar one, though. So when I went to see the spine doctor, she said, well, we need to do a lumbar one, too. So I actually had to go do PT, because here in the United States, you know, insurance, you got to do PT, da, da, da. So I did do PT first, and then I went back, did a lumbar MRI, and they have found scoliosis, and looks like a pretty severe case of scoliosis, which is really weird because other than pain, because I do have pain in my back, and my back like gets tired, the lower portion of my back just gets tired if I'm walking around too long. I don't have any other outward signs of scoliosis. I don't have a hump. I don't walk like this. I'm pretty good with posture. So it's really weird. I was diagnosed with scoliosis when I was a teenager, like many people are. Nothing was ever said or done about it. I thought I had outgrown it. Obviously not. So I've actually been walking with a walker, with the help of a walker lately. My doctor did not prescribe a walker for me. However, I have a walker I had a walker. I have two walkers. I have access to two walkers because my father-in-law used walkers. And at school 3 weeks ago, this was after I got the diagnosis of scoliosis. It was a Thursday. I was walking with my students down the hallway. My back spasmed and my knees gave out. And luckily, there was a desk next to me, and I grabbed the desk and I was able to keep myself from falling. So the next Monday, I started walking with a walker at school. And I take it with me everywhere now because if I go into a store, it's better for me to have it just in case. So that's kind of what's been going on. Now, in addition to that, my spouse had her catalytic converter stolen from her car 4 weeks ago. She had her car back a week and got into a car accident. She's okay. Her hand got a little bruised up, but she's okay. And we've been trying to deal with that this weekend because it's been a pain in the ass. Because it's just the insurance company, because it happened on the weekend, it was a Saturday night, and insurance was closed, so she had to talk to people that were not in this country, and then they made her pay for a tow, which she shouldn't have had to pay for a tow because we're covered for that. It's just been a clusterfuck. And so yesterday, we decided not to go get the car yesterday, a rental car yesterday, because we said, okay, we'll go today, because we had more time today. She was working yesterday. She would have had to get home, rush to take a shower, because she paints, so she was covered with paint. We get out there. It's a 40-minute drive to where we had to go because all the local ones are closed. So we had to go out to the one at the airport. We get there. They don't do insurance rentals at the airport. Okay. So now it's set up for her to get picked up tomorrow by somebody from Enterprise and get a car. It's just been a clusterfuck. So my health issues, she has some health issues. This whole issue with the car. Our refrigerator died. We're finally getting a new refrigerator. That's coming in on Thursday. We've been out without a refrigerator for about a month now. We do have we do have a refrigerator, but it's in the basement. I can't walk up and down stairs very easily, and it hurts sometimes. So I don't really use the basement refrigerator. So I have been eating a lot of soup when I get home from work. because it's here. It's up in our pantry. Soup, crackers. I've been picking up meals. Lunch at school has just been lunch at school. You know, I can't really microwave anything. So yeah, it's just been. So I was so glad when Get Your Yarn Wishes started because I needed some happy things. So I had 4 wishes, I think, and one of them was for people to subscribe. So I've had, I think, 3 or 4 new subscribers, which is cool. I had some people say they were going to look at my podcast. Haven't seen those subscribers yet, but that's cool. And then I did put out for my wish list. I don't think I've gotten anything from that, but I'm okay with just getting subscribers. Oh, the other thing I said was I would like some fun stickers for my laptop because I still haven't covered it with my stickers. So last time when I asked that question, I only got an answer from Angela. Stickers or no stickers? Are you in the sticker cover my laptop with stickers camp? Or are you in the no, do not cover my laptop with stickers camp? My first laptop had no stickers on it. My second laptop has stickers on it, and I'm bummed as all get out that I can't take them off because I love the stickers that are on there. But I get to start with some new stickers. So that's the other thing I asked for was stickers. I think that's about it. I don't think I asked for, there was one more, but I don't remember what it is. I don't need any yarn. Don't need any yarn. I don't really need needles. Whenever I need a needle, I just go buy one. I buy all fixed. I buy all fixed circulars because people say, oh, well, you know, you always have the needle you need. Yeah, y'all have, those of you that have been following me for a while, you know how long it takes me to get stuff off the needles. I never have any cords. So I just buy new needles. I'm good with that. All right, so I have rambled on now for 42 minutes, so I think I'm going to go. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, if you celebrate Thanksgiving. If I'm not back before Thanksgiving, I don't know if I will be. This week is pretty up and down for me. So Monday I have a case conference for one of my students. Wednesday we have MBU, which means I'm in meetings all day. My students have STEAM. And then Friday I'm not at school because I'm going to see the neurosurgeon about my back and what my options are. And then next week we're only in school for 2 days. So I have to figure out when I need to have my grades in. Because I think I have 1, maybe 2 grades in. That's it. I really haven't done much with grades this semester because it's really been all about getting the kids back used to being in school, in class, and learning and getting along. So I haven't done a lot of graded work. I just haven't. So see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving if I'm not back before then, if I don't see you before then. I hope maybe you can give me a comment. Maybe mention me in your own podcast. That would be fabulous. I've gotten a couple of viewers from Ray and Kevin because they mentioned me in their podcast. So I don't know if they actually watch me, but I know they've mentioned me. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, although they used my wrong name. I'm good with that. So yeah, Christmas miracle. If I could get 100 subscribers, that would be a Christmas miracle. It's the same thing I did with my blog though too. People up and down constantly. I don't do it. I don't sell anything, so I don't have followers because I don't dye anything. I don't sell anything, nothing like that. I just talk a lot. I did get most talkative when I graduated high school. So did my brother. We're a talkative family. Can you hear me when I do that? And I'm sorry, I'm so drained. It looks like my eyes have been itchy really, really bad, and I think it's because of my allergies, so I haven't been putting on any eye makeup. Okay, I'm going to go. I got to go put all this sweater yarn away. Have a great rest of your week.